guys, it's your girl Lex, of course, checking in with Boss Talk on Winning Wednesdays. That's right. And of course, I have a a fabulous hair braider in the building today. Her name is Lan. That's right. And we're going to get into Lan. I want you to introduce yourself and let the girls know who you are and where you're from.
So I'm Lan. I'm from Douglas, Georgia. It's very small. It's country. Walmart is the biggest store. I've been braiding since the age of 9. I'm currently 26, and I'm a 6-figure hair braider in Atlanta, Georgia.
Dope. Love it. Y'all hear that right, ladies? 6 figures. You know, Atlanta is the city. It's the new black, Hollywood, of course. Let's get into it. You say you've been braiding hair since you was 9?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. What made you get into braiding hair? Like, what, you was playing with dolls? You did it?
Yes,
Give
ma'am.
us a little rundown.
I started on Barbie dolls, and I used to watch my aunt braiding hair.
Right.
And then I just used to love Barbie dolls. So all my gifts, I used to just want Barbie dolls to braid their hair. That was just my thing. And I took off and just started doing everybody in my community, in my school, everybody around town. And I was known as the little girl that could braid hair.
Wow. So amazing. So you never had to work. Like, growing up, you really just did braids on the side to make your little side hustle, right?
Not technically, but that's what I did before I ever got my first job. But I did get a job at like age 16, which was Wendy's was my first job. But I still did hair in between time.
Girl, I love some Wendy's. Four. You know what? I upgrade. I get the $5 biggie bag now because y'all know I like to eat. Anyway, so let's get into this. Now, from my understanding, you moved to Atlanta with $400, right?
Yeah.
Now, that's amazing. Everybody can't say that they came to somewhere and made it as big as you are right now. So give us a little rundown of, like, how did you do that? How did you maintain with 400? What steps did you take? What can you give the next entrepreneur? Some type of advice or anything? That's amazing to me.
So I really just stepped out on faith. When I moved to Atlanta, like, I remember having my containers in my car, and a friend told me I could come live with her on her couch or whatever, and it was hard. It took like 7 months for things to turn around for me. Like, I got denied at the job. I got dropped from school. And eventually my mama kept saying, well, maybe it's not meant for you to work for anybody. You've been braiding hair all your life. Just be your own boss. And so I got this $50 flyer made. I got low prices, and I just started promoting myself. 5 clients turned into 100 and so on. But I just didn't give up.
Love it. And you kept going. That's part of the process. It's the bigger you are, you're going to go through life obstacles and ups and downs, of course, but it's not about how big your business is, how much money you make. It's how long you've been standing.
Yes.
That's one thing I've realized. And, being an entrepreneur, how long have you been standing,
Yes.
That's what's really, really,
that's
really,
what it's really about.
Important. Yeah, because no matter what you go through, you're going to have your ups. As an entrepreneur, you're going to have your downs. But everybody in this generation now look at entrepreneurship. Oh, she winning. Yeah, that's all everybody's showing you is win. They should put me on that song with Kurt Franklin and Lil Baby, because
seriously,
no bullcrap. Like, that's what the world looks like. It's just everybody's just winning.
Right.
But that's why I created this platform, this podcast, to actually show the world on Winning Wednesdays real entrepreneurs that's really living the life, and the things the trials and tribulations that we do go through, and they make us better. They make us stronger. But we do go through things, guys, as entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Now, I did hear you said you went to college.
Yeah, I did go to, I went for master cosmetology.
Oh, okay. Did you finish?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
But I didn't go take my board.
That's all right, girl. That's all right. At least you went. But you do braids, so hey, they don't need that in the state of Georgia anyway. So, period. Nobody care what the people think or say. Because you're on what Boss Talk, the hottest podcast in the city. That's right. What advice can you give a new entrepreneur that's in the braiding world, like that's, that looks at your page daily and, well, I want to do braids like this, or I want to, do hair like this. I want to have clientele back to back. What advice can you give them?
I would say focus on perfecting your craft. Love what you do, because the money and everything will come. Consistency is key, and just keep pushing. Like, you have a vision, stick to it, create a strategy, and just execute.
Love that. Love that. Is it anybody in the beauty industry that you admire, that you look up to, someone that inspires you, like to keep going, to keep pushing. Eventually I'm going to get there, because you got to realize once we're at a level where we're here, we can get to here, and then so on and so forth. It's like a staircase, and you just keep growing and growing and growing. But sometimes with the staircase, you do fall back down, a couple of flights. So is anybody that inspire you? And they don't have to be here in Atlanta, of course. They could be anywhere in the world.
I wouldn't be able to think of nobody just off the top of my head, but I would just say I do admire a lot of girls in the game, like their braid hair, and I see them like further on in their career, like they're really big. They're doing their thing, like their products. They not only braiding hair behind the chair, they got a lot of big stuff going on. So I really admire them, and I always think to myself, I'm gonna get there one day.
Well, let's get into you, because baby, you just launched the ebook. Congrats on that.
Put me on game, Lynn.
Now this ebook you just launched, like, give us some insights. Like, what is this ebook for? Who can it cater to? Who can it inspire? Like,
I feel like it's really for anybody wanting to create a brand or a business, but really like for underdogs that was like where I was once in my life, that was stuck, didn't know where to start, and just was lost. I really feel like it's for people like them. It's just me sharing my journey and things that I went through, things that I executed to get to where I am today. So just really sharing my expertise on where I came from to now.
One thing I learned, and I know you were saying something about loss or lose. You can't lose what God wants you to have. And that's what I learned as entrepreneurship. Anything that's for you is going to be there, and God's going to help you through anything that you're going through. Yes. So, me looking at your page, me looking at your work, me just doing my research on you before you came on the show, I was like, wow, branding is big, marketing is big, because, that was my first time hearing about you until then. And you're doing a fabulous job.
Thank you.
And you're
so
26?
Much. Yes, ma'am.
That's amazing. Like, congrats to you.
Thank you so much.
Where can the ladies get the ebook from?
The link is in my bio. It's shopthelanway.com. You can purchase it for $39.99.
Ooh, and it's affordable, ladies. And I know y'all got them taxes, though.
I know y'all got them taxes.
All that money. Fashion Nova don't need all that money when y'all can buy this ebook, baby, and make y'all some real coins.
And put y'all on game.
And get y'all some knowledge. Because the more knowledge you have, like, that's what helps you to, keep pushing, keep scribing, keep going, because you got to educate yourself. One thing someone cannot take away from you is like education and knowledge. Nobody can steal that from you. Like, even your technique, your craft, your skills, no one can take that from you. You can lose everything else, but if you got a specific skill, you can really go to that next level.
It's like, only one lane.
Exactly. Say that again for
It's only one lane.
It's only one. That's right. It's only one. Is this your first podcast interview?
Yes, it is. I'm so nervous.
So, no, don't be nervous. So how did you feel like, coming on here? What was you expecting? Or
well, a friend had brought me to your attention, but I was doing my research because I believe in doing my research on people, and I just like how you a faith-based person too, like you like just the inspiration and motivation for like underdogs, like people like me, because nowadays to get on bigger podcasts and get your brand out there to a larger audience, you gotta really be somebody or have a name out there. So I really like that you was welcoming like underdogs like me onto your podcast.
And don't speak of yourself as an underdog. Speak of yourself as the GOAT.
The GOAT. Okay.
The GOAT. Yeah, because your tongue is powerful. What you speak is what becomes.
Right.
So you want to speak, I am the GOAT.
Right.
You don't speak of yourself as an underdog, because me looking at your marketing, me looking at your page, me looking at your branding, I thought so much more. And I still think that from, sitting here speaking to you, sitting here talking to you. So, never leave yourself as, thinking that I'm the underdog. It's not about how many followers you have, how many likes you get, how viral your videos goes. Mm-hmm. It's God sees what's on our heart, what's on the inside, He's not looking for our appearance. He's not looking for us to have the latest Gucci or Prada or, any design, even Fashion Nova. Yeah. I forgot about Shein. I just learned how to pronounce that.
Temu.
Child, I order a little set off Temu. That thing broke as soon as it came to the house.
Ooh,
Girl,
honey.
Temu just the cheapest they want to be. But I like them. Let me start talking about Temu before they block me. I just plan Temu. Let me tell you, like I said, anything that God wants you to have, you cannot lose. Always know that. That's a part of the process. But like I said, you're a beautiful entrepreneur, and I see it, you from the inside, from the outside. Like your heart, your soul pure. Like I love how you talk, how encouraging you are. And don't think of yourself as an underdog. Think of yourself as I am the GOAT. Speak it into existence, what you want to have, because life lies in the tongue.
You're right.
Life and death, it really does lies in the tongue. So you have to be careful what that tongue speaks, because one thing I learned from, I watch a lot of ministers and I listen to a lot of, spiritual leaders and things like that. And one thing I've learned, if you give the devil a foothold, he'll take a yard, because it's like, okay, you're giving him this willpower to say that, I'm the underdog. Once you speak it, it gives him the, the actual willpower to go in there and think that you are the underdog. Let's keep that into your mind. Let's keep that into your brand. Let's keep that, and you won't think of going bigger. So always look at, bigger.
Thank you.
And you only as strong as your source. I always know that. You're only as strong as your source, guys.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Now, a lot of people don't get a chance to do this or, get a chance to ask me, and I love how you say you made 6 figures, and, 6 figures is definitely what a lot of, artists, a lot of stylists, a lot of young entrepreneurs are looking to make. And, about overnight success, nothing comes fast, don't last. So, one question I do want to ask you.
What is it?
What's the most money you made in one day?
In one day, what's the most? Probably like 1,600.
Okay, 1,600.
1,600.
And that's as a braider, right?
As a braider.
And some people, even people that do hair, do nails, do makeup, do, work 9 to 5s, work in corporate America, corporations, some of their paychecks not even that a week or every 2 weeks. So some people don't even see that a month.
Right.
So with that being said, that's a blessing in order for you, to see that as a young entrepreneur.
Yes, a blessing.
I love that. I really do love that. Like I said, a lot of people don't get a chance to do this, but I'm gonna let you pick my brain. Anything you want to ask me?
What would I want to ask you? Cause see, you're one of them people, like, it look good, like on the outside looking in, like I wouldn't like expect your journey to, like, it really look good. Like I admire everything you have going on. It's just like, dang, like I don't know, like how did you get to where you at? Because I know that you are the brow lady. And it's like you really are branching out, like you're doing more. So like, how did you come out from, like, okay?
The crazy thing is, would you believe that I used to be that person that let people, run over me, let them come back, hurt me, come back? But you know what? I had to let that shit go, baby.
Period.
Because it was just getting to the point to where it's like you've been taken advantage over.
Yes.
I had to really let it go. And when you let go and you let God, everything else just flows. Mm-hmm. And me looking from the outside in, of course, when you pull up, you see the fabulous cars, you see the wonderful building,
right?
You see everybody. This is goals for everybody, but people didn't see the late night tears, the crying when the contractors ran off on you, or worried about how you gonna be able to pay your next light bill, or when your next mortgage is due. A lot of people how I'm gonna be able to buy this inventory before this class come in. A lot of people don't see those nights. They don't see the days when I come in my office and cry sometimes because I'm like, please don't let this happen, or please let this client hurry up and book for this, So sometimes as an entrepreneur, they don't see the dark side. They only see the bright side. So everybody always thinks the sun is shining my way because, I have so much. And don't get me wrong, I thank God for everything that I have and how far I've came from a long way. And I've been standing in the paint years. And, it took a lot to get here. And ain't no demon in hell gonna take anything I have.
I know
and
that's right.
I bust my butt for what I have. But, it's been a hard journey. Like I went through a lot. I win, I lose. I win, I lose. But you know what? I know because of so much that I go through in life, and as an entrepreneur, my goals, my dreams are so big. So the bigger my dreams, the bigger my vision, the harder my test. The harder the obstacles. Like it's hard. The tears, I don't show it to the social media. You don't show it to TikTok. We don't show it to Instagram. We don't be on Facebook Live, crying and stuff. But, that's why I built this platform to show entrepreneurship to our young generation, because this young generation needs to be saved, because they're not raised how I was raised. Like, I didn't have a chance to, do a lot of things that entrepreneurs, the young generation is doing now. Like, they make it look good. So that's why a lot of companies are lack of employees, because they're, I'm not going to school. I'm going to start my company. But you got to realize, if it's so many bosses, who's the worker?
Who's the worker?
Who's the worker? Because before you have to be a boss, you have to be a worker first, because you got to understand how the game goes, and you got to soak it all up, guys. But the young generation now is,
it's different.
It's real different. They just ready to jump out there. I want to buy this. I want to live here. And, don't realize, like, some people just making it look good for Instagram.
That's it. And that's
everybody's painting a perfect picture to the world, but you don't really know their story. That's really true.
I agree. How do you get through your trying times? Like, we all go through the motions as an entrepreneurship. Right. Like, how do you get through your days? Because I know sometimes I shut down. Like, I just like to, me and God, like, I don't want to be away on the internet. I just want to pray, like, be in my Bible, away from everybody. How do you get through yours?
I love that. So I'm a person, I'm very spiritual. I pray about a lot of things that I've been through or went through, or, and I'm a person that owns multiple companies. So since I own multiple companies, sometimes it's multiple business coming at me for different things. So I'm like, I might get a call saying, the plumbing over here ain't working, or the light switch over here ain't working, or, the tow truck is doing it's just the multiple things that could come my way. And sometimes I just take a breather, and I be like, sometimes I want to throw in the towels and give it all up. But God say, have I brought you this far to leave you? And when I look up, I said, you know what, God, I know you got me. So if you brought me this far, you're not going to leave me. So prayer and faith can get you through a lot of things. Yeah. Not saying that I don't get weary and I don't get, discouraged, because sometimes you do. You do have to click off the social media. You do got to click off the internet sometimes, because you will get, sidetracked thinking that, dang, they doing this and I ain't doing this. And it makes you think that you're nobody.
Yes.
And once you get that in your head and get to thinking and seeing, all this world is doing now is just a bunch of show off. So I said, God, you know what? And it was amazing that you came on the podcast, because I was trying to get a understanding for God. I was like, God, I've been doing this for almost a year now, the podcast. Don't make much money from it. Is this something, mind you, you're going from a person that making couple of $1,000s a day to, weeks where I'm making almost 100,000 plus, to months I'm making 30K plus. My funds, they go up and down by how the economy fluctuates. So I'm a person that's looking like, dang, shucks, should I keep this going? Like, it's not making me what this company is making me. But God say, I'm using you to do this. Yeah. And it's either you're going to trust the process, or you're going to, let it go. So I said, God, I needed to hear that from you. And I started back up the podcast. And you're my first person in 2024 that I've interviewed.
Thank you. Congratulations to you.
I did. Thank you. So I started it back up, and I said, God, this time I'm going to let you take the wheel. I don't want to do it my way no more.
Right.
I want you to lead me, you to guide me. You show me what to say. You give me the right people to interview. You give me the right words to give to the audience, because it's somebody, a lot of people speaks and say all the time, like, dang, it's not gonna go far because her podcast, she's not talking about drama, or she ain't gonna be able to speak about faith too long, or it's not gonna get that many views. And I stopped worrying about the numbers, because all it takes is one person to see it, to change the whole world. And you never know when this entrepreneur or this mother or this father or anyone's just watching and needs a word of encouragement.
And everybody's not for you. God gonna send you just the right people that you need to be on the podcast.
You're definitely right. And that's what he's definitely doing right now this season. But it's back. We're back. Boss Talk with Lex, Winning Wednesdays. I got winners in the building.
Yes, you do.
You're a winner, and I salute you for everything that you're doing. Do you have in the future, or do you currently do any training classes for braids?
I'm actually about to start. I was just trying to get my life back on track, but I'm about to start come spring.
Okay, that's good. What type of classes are you going to offer? It's going to be like 1 day, 2 day, week classes. Are you going to offer shadowing? Because a lot of people, ask me about different courses and things like that, and I like to also be able to, when I put it up for the audience to look at it, links and things that they can know the services and things that you offer.
So that's what I've been at my drawing board doing. I haven't decided how I'm going to do it yet because I learned to give people an experience versus just selling something, trying to get the money. So I haven't really decided how I'm going to do it, but they are coming and I am very excited. So stay tuned for that.
I love that. Congratulations on that. Did you take any training classes yourself when you was coming up in the braiding industry?
I took one class in 2020. It was a stitch class, but I don't stitch. But everything else, I'm self-taught, so I haven't took no classes all, okay?
So the stitching is really, really hot here in Atlanta.
They are. They're really cute and dope.
And knotless as well. You do knotless?
Yeah, that's my bread.
What's your most popular style that people
knotless? That's my bread. That's my 6-figure.
Wow. So how long does it take you to do a set of knotless?
It depends on the let's say average, a medium waist, 5 and a half.
What's medium?
My medium is small to the world.
In a bio one time before I said, I don't know if I'm too old or a little slow, but what's medium?
My medium is small.
Extra large, so I didn't know what's medium. I need to go on my diet. I'm gonna talk about my diet later. But anyway, you said medium is small.
My medium are small. Some medium are medium, but mine's medium part small braids.
So how many hours would it take to do a full set of those?
What length?
See, somebody old like me. See, I probably won't.
Waist.
A little above, probably. You know what? Y'all believe the hair hanging at the end, right?
What you mean?
What's that stuff that they be? Y'all know what I'm talking about? The little hair that they be leaving hanging.
The boho.
Oh, that's what them called. See,
the hair hanging.
See, you educating me because I don't know the difference between the braids. I just know how to take a picture, screenshot, and send somebody DM and be like, I want this, because I'm horrible with appointments. Not that I'm so horrible, it's just my time be off as an entrepreneur. Get it. I might be on the way here and then I get a call to come back here because somebody done forgot something.
Right.
And I got to go fill in the gap. I might gotta drop a key off somewhere. I might gotta open the door. It's so many different things. So I'm bad with time. So all I do is screenshot a lot of things and be like, I want this is what
what I want.
Right. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I see a lot of the braids with the ends with the
curly hair, the boho.
Yeah.
Yeah, the girls know I hate the boho. In my bio, no boho.
Really?
I like for my braids to look a certain way, very natural coming out the scalp. So if you go to my page, you'll see all my braids look alike.
So how many hours would it take you to do a full?
So if you want to waist about 5 and a half, depending on your
hair. Fast.
Oh yeah.
You work by yourself?
Yes.
5 and a half.
5 and a half.
Okay, now, so when I book and I be coming in, I be like, I only got 5 and a half hours.
My new clients get in the chair, they text me, I be like, okay, Leah, you really like that.
Right? I love that, Lee. You really like that. That's the talk I like to hear.
Right? You really like that.
Now that's motivation. That's inspiring. That's a boss talk right there.
Right?
That's a boss talk. When you speaking it into existence and knowing that hey, this is really real.
This is really real.
Yep, it is. It's really real. So what do you got going on in the next 5 years? What do you see yourself 5 years from now? What do you see Lynn? What's Lynn's biggest goals?
Oh, I don't know. I just see Lan'sway, big brand, merch. I see a bunch of traveling. I do see me getting into celebrity clients, so on. They flying me out and stuff like that. I don't know. Just really like, God, whatever you got in store for me, like your will, not my will. Because a lot of times we make our own plans and they don't work out like that. So I've just been in the stage like, Lord, whatever you got for me, I'm just going to trust you and just follow along.
Yes, I love that, because when we are making our own plans, sometimes we planning it out and we forget to ask God, is this your will?
Right.
Because if it's in his will, it's going to be in his way.
Yes.
You know, and a lot of us forget that in life, like, God, is this your will? Is this really for me? Is this what's next for me? Like, sometimes when I walk around my building, I have to pinch myself like, God, really? You gave me all of this?
Yes.
And I don't take it for granted at all. Like, that's why I'm the most humblest person you'll ever meet when it comes to entrepreneurship, because I know the same God that gave it can take it.
That's me. That is me. That's probably why I liked you. I could kind of read you on your face. I like her. Yeah.
Yep.
I agree.
That's right. And we have to give God the glory and behind all this beauty, because we're creating beauty and we go through like a lot of life trials and tribulations. But entrepreneurship is hard. But one thing I can keep tell you is keep going, keep pushing, and keep striving.
Thank you so much.
And the bigger you get, never forget who got you there. Because sometimes in life, we often get big and we forget sometimes who helped us get there along the way,
or get too busy and forget about God.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's exactly right. It was great having you on the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Lex.
That's right. And I want you to go ahead and drop your Instagram, ads, your Facebook. How can the girls find you on TikTok so they can go ahead and follow you? Go ahead and give them your phone number. Let them know how to find Lynn after talking with Boss Talk.
Follow me on IG at the Lanway, all together, no caps. Follow me on TikTok and my personal IG at _ I am Lan and _ I am Lan on Facebook. I am Lan.
Right. You hear her. She's Lan. That's right. And she's been here on Boss Talk, and she's been stamped as Winning Women Wednesdays. Talk to you guys later.